Can't do reviews on everything I already own because a lot of the stuff I've been owning for a while, and half of it I don't even know where the boxes is, and I ain't about to put it back in the box and just open it up and say, hey, let me do a review. And welcome to the H.H.G official channel. I appreciate those of y'all that's pulling up. Like I said, our channel is fairly new. I had YouTube channels already, you know what I mean? But this is the first time I'm actually putting together an H.H.G entertainment channel, which we will be featuring gig logs. You know, we already did it. I just recently uploaded a garage tour, just kind of showing the broad of what we have, our equipment and so forth on, that we bring out when we do events and so forth on. And now I want to kind of do a little bit of reviews. I can't do reviews on everything I already own because a lot of the stuff I've been owning for a while, and half of it I don't even know where the boxes is, and I ain't about to put it back in the box and just open it up and say, hey, let me do a review. So the latest thing that I did add to my equipment was for my ceremonies. It is the Xvive P3D Bluetooth XLR, and I had to get on this, you know what I mean? The primary reason I ended up going out and getting this is because I wanted to make it a lot more simple when I do my ceremonies, you know. I usually bring out multiple setups whenever I do weddings. You know, I have my main setup, which is my audio rack and all that other stuff. That's for the reception. If it's needed, then I will have another setup for cocktail hour. And usually, primarily, I will run that to my main setup, depending on where the cocktail hour is. But ceremony, it's one of those things, man, you got to think, how can I make it simple? How can I make it effective and simple? That way, when you're outside, because most people want to have their ceremonies in a nice day outside, you know, it's rare that you usually get somebody having, like, you know, some little isolated area, you know. But when you do that, you want to make sure you can get in and out. So if it's a rain or some unpredictable weather that comes about, you want to make sure you can snatch your equipment up and go. You know what I mean? I usually trust my EV8, which is sitting right here, because, you know, I was going to definitely test these out. And this is something simple. Hike it up there, load it up, dress it up, make it look good. And when it gets to changing up, snatch it up, you know. But when the ceremony is done, it's easy for me to unload, pack, and roll, you know. And the reason I end up investing in these Xvive P3Ds, Bluetooth, if I stumble on my words, don't judge me. It's just sometimes I get tongue twisted, keep saying things over and over. But anyhow, it was for the Bluetooth purpose. That way I could go ahead, and if I'm not using the EV8, you know, due to some reason or something, if you have an older model speaker that have the XLRs, you can just plug it up in the back, you know, and go from there. And I end up getting the P3Ds because you can get the mono ones, which is usually just a single, or the PD3s, which you can actually make stereo. E8, just to be clear, does have Bluetooth. So you don't need these for EV8. So let me clear that up before anybody put in the comment, well, that's stupid. You know you can Bluetooth that to your EV8. I know that, and I'm very aware of that. I bought these because I have other speakers, and I may have somebody from my team that has somewhere else. So instead of them worrying about, hey, what can I do with this? You're covered. You know what I mean? That's why they haven't been open. I actually had them for a while, and no, I'm not being sponsored by Xvive, or they didn't send these to me. I bought this out of my money, out of my own pocket. It was an investment I made for my business, just like everything else. And I'm not sponsored by nobody on this. This is just purely me saying this is something you may be interested in, you may like, and you may want to invest in if you are trying to build a DJ business. Now, I'm not saying you have to have this. Let me clear that up like I always say. You don't have to have nothing I got. If you just want to DJ on a turntable and a table and do what you do, then make it do what it do. Like, it's all on you. It's not on me. It's on you. However, if you are trying to make a career or develop your business and go from being a mobile DJ into a production DJ, then yeah, these are things that you will eventually invest in. And then you invest in stuff like we do, photo booths and cold sparks and all that other stuff, because those are essentials that you can help grow on your business and your packages. Anyhow, let's get back to this shit. So One thing, if you don't know, if you don't know me, period, I'm gonna let you know me. Um, I am definitely a fan of X5s. I actually use their X5 XLRs, which are really dope. This was something that I bought because, like I said, I trust and I respect the X5 product. Um, they haven't let me down. Their charging stayed up good. I haven't had zero issues with the XLR, so I want to invest in these. Not just for ceremony purposes, but also for a safety precaution. And the reason why I say safety precaution is, say you're doing a gig or something like that, and controller shut down, program need to be uploaded, updated, something. You know what I mean? Where you can't operate. This is one of those things to keep the party going still. You know, I done been to a gig where somebody done knocked the power out because they wanted to plug up their phone, and next thing you know, they knocked the power out. I don't know, faulty wires or something. Everything shut down. And it was like, damn, what? Your Bluetooth XLRs, plugging up, plugging the phone. Psh, party ain't stopped. We gonna dance in the dark. You know what I mean? Don't judge me. We gonna dance in the dark. It says it's supposed to have an 8-hour life. I have not, like I said, I'm telling you all the time, I haven't used them. I mean, I haven't tested them. I turned them on. They work. Boom. That part. Took them. Threw them in the go hard shop. You know what I mean? They was in the go hard shop, and I said, you know what? Let me go and bring these out during review. So definitely, like I said, off top, make sure that's everything. They give you a little instruction manual. So I'll let y'all, when y'all decide to invest in them, go over it. But like I said, it's pretty much an overall view that you know that you can connect them, and how one represents your left, one represents your right. Based on the menu is, once you pair the first one, then you hold the pair button to link to the second one, and then it turns both speakers and creates your stereo sound, you know. But you can still use one and do your whole mono sound, or focus on just one. You can link it to your phone, tablet. You can even put it in your mixer, you know what I mean? So if you just want to put it in your mixer and then, you know, run some XLR cables from your mixer to each speaker, or even use the X5 U3s to run, you know, in the speakers, and then use that and run it, boom. It works out the same way. They give you 2 USB-C chargers. They're short range, you know, pretty simple fare, kind of just like with the only thing I will say is I do like the way the X5 U3 cables are. They're charger cables, because they split. So you just plug in one end and then it splits up to both of them. But they gave you 2 separate individuals for each one. Like I said, I'm going to bring this up as close as I can. But that's that Xvive P3. And you pretty much just hit that switch right there. The moment you turn it on, that blue light will flash. Once you pretty much prepare it to your phone, tablet, computer, or whatever you got Bluetooth that can send the audio to the receiver, you know, because you're pretty much your phone, all that's the transmitter. Once you do that, you can hit the second button, and then you will see that it links up after get paired up. Well, so then once you hit this button, there you go. It'll flash green. And I guess once it stops, that's when it's supposed to be officially paired. No, or it just gonna keep doing that. But the thing I like about them is, you ever have an issue, or you just need them for the ceremony, you know what I mean? But it's like, okay, I need these for something else. I'll take those, put the other ones out there for the ceremony, and go to work. Like I said, I got 3 different set of audio speakers, ranging from 8, 12s, and then 15 tops. These are just the tops. Subs range from 12s, 15s, 18s, you know, because that's how I pack we do, because we bring out stuff based on, okay, you got 50 people or 100, this is what we bring. You have a bigger crowd, a bigger room, then we bring out bigger stuff. But if it's smaller, then we bring out smaller stuff. And that's how we pretty much maintain the integrity, like, you know, and go from there. You know, see, I don't know which one. Let me see if I even had this hooked up to something. Cause it was interesting. It actually just went blue. Like it was already hooked up. So, do need about to. There we go. All right. So, like I said, pretty much XLR. Plug in. And let me see if we can find us some. I'm trying to find us some non-copyright music real quick. Cause I don't want y'all. Like, damn, I was with you up to that point. Alright, here we go. So, like I said, you just plug it up in here, man. This is my sound check. I got it at like 2. And see what I'm talking about? Yeah, about 100 feet range out of this. Usually run about 8 hours to charge. And go from there, you know. But it's definitely worth buying and investing in. And I gotta cut that out. That's the wife questioning me about why it's up. So, but no, it's definitely worth investing in for, like I said, a Bluetooth receiver, man. And cause she threw me off, my whole groove's off, and I'm gonna keep this in here as a blooper, just because this is what she do. This is why I don't do them, but this is what she do. But this is why I had to do it, man. Shout out to my guy AZ on the beat, representing H.H.G Entertainment to the fullest. That was actually his beat. Definitely check his album out on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. I truly, like I said, with that being said, man, I truly hope that those of y'all that is in the DJ business, mobile DJ business, you know, look for, like, I gotta look for the newest stuff, the greatest stuff, and I get fussed at because I'm like, yeah, I just bought this. Or I blame it on DJ Woody Wood, and I be like, he gave it to me. Nah, let me. But great sound. Great sound. But it's coming out of Eevee, too. It is coming out of an Eevee. So, we'll leave it at that. Like I said, this is my favorite Pokemon, Eevee. I gotta go catch Eevee. So, we ain't gonna go there. But with that being said, man, hopefully this review helps you in some way, man, with your investment. I always tell people invest smart. Don't invest because you want the name brand or some ideal of, oh, I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses. When you got good products, invest in good products. That's what I do. I invest in good products because I'm not going to help nobody keep building crap when I want them to build good stuff for the community that supports them. And this right here, I'm going to let you know right now, Xvive, I have not seen nothing that disappoints me yet. And I've done got maybe 3-4 different items from them, their company, period. Not them giving it to me or nothing, but me investing into that. So, with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all coming to the channel. If you like this content, please, and thank you, make sure you like, subscribe, and even leave a comment, man. Your opinion is respected and valued. Don't be disrespectful. But dude, let me know. If you have any information that you would like to know, please let me know. You know what I mean? And I'll try to help you the best way I can. But in the meantime and in between time, man, y'all are great. Y'all are blessed. Y'all are amazing. I'm telling you from this. I appreciate you. So, have a great day, a great afternoon, and a wonderful night. I'll catch y'all on the next time, man. H.H.G is in the building. It's me. I'm out.
H.G.'s are in the building. Hard Hitters Group DJ. Hard Hitters Group DJ. Are now live. Hard Hitters.